So Chanel just released the Les Beiges Summer makeup collection, and I got the entire collection from my boutique. They're still in boutiques. They haven't been released online quite yet. I will of course let you guys know when they do. I subscribe to obviously my channel so you can see that kind of announcement on my community page, and of course follow me on social media. You can see that sort of announcement there as well. They are not online yet, but you can get them in boutiques if you have a sales associate, or you can just walk into one of the Chanel boutiques. Beautiful collection, and I cannot wait to show you each and every individual piece. I got the entire collection. I know that a lot of the reviews I saw online, they only had like one or two, three pieces, not the whole collection. Now I got the entire collection except one of the nail polishes and one of the lipsticks. There were 4 lipsticks. I didn't get one because it was very close to another Cocoa Flash from the last collection. And the nail polish is very close to something I already have from Chanel, so I didn't get that one. So only 2 pieces missing, but the entire collection. I got both cream blush sticks, both blush and highlighter duos. I got the eyeshadow palette, the nail polish, one of the best nail color, if in my opinion, if you ask me, and 3 of the 4 lipstick shades. So basically entire collection with an exception of 2 that really don't really matter in my opinion. So yeah, I have almost all the collection, you guys. So let's jump right into the daylight application demo. As you guys know, I film in natural daylight, so obviously that's what's on my face, but I really want to show you the demo in daylight and the swatches and everything and share my thoughts with you. So let's jump right in. Hey beauties, welcome back to another fabulous luxury beauty review. In this video, as I said, I've got the entire summer Les Beiges collection this year for summer 2025 right here in this bag. I got it from my boutique, from my SA. Might have like the most amount of pieces from what I've seen online to share with you guys. I've got a lot of thoughts, and this collection in my opinion is quite a standout. I film in 4K, so adjust your settings to watch a 4K video so the picture will be crystal clear and in natural daylight, so you can see how these shades look on my face with no filters in daylight. All right, let's jump right in. Okay, I have all the base products on: Chanel primer, foundation, concealers, all Chanel, and Chanel powder on. Everything is on. So now we can get into this. So this is the new Chanel Chance Eau Splendide fragrance. I already did a full review on my fragrance channel, Salon Cleo. So if you missed that, check it out. I had a lot of thoughts and a lot to say on this. There are a lot of intriguing things about this fragrance, so make sure to check that out. So let me show you what it looks like, just the box. I actually got a new 3.4 fluid ounce bottle. When I reviewed it, I had a 1.7 fluid ounce, so the half size, or 50 ml. Now I got a 100 ml bottle. So if that says something, check out the review. So of course, every time I get something from Chanel, my SA puts a whole bunch of free goodies in there for me. And then we have the stuff. Lots of blush and eye quad. So let's get right to it. Here's everything. So we're gonna start with the eyeshadow palette. This is Les Beiges Healthy Glow Natural Eyeshadow Palette in Golden. So this is what was released this summer with the Les Beiges collection. So I've already done an Instagram reel with this, you know, when I first got it from the boutique. So they look like they've already been swatched, because they were for the reel. So yeah, I just did swatches and the unboxing of it on Instagram. If you're not following me there, make sure to follow me there. So this is a really pretty palette. I'm not usually a fan of like sunset type of golden color stories, because you know you get that all the time But I gotta say, I don't own a whole bunch of Sunset color stories, so to have one from Chanel with the quality, Chanel quality, I'm happy to have it. So that's why I bought this eye palette. I almost didn't buy it, but I knew that it would be nice to have a travel friendly palette from Chanel with its quality, you know, when I go on vacation and stuff this summer. So it would be nice to have. I knew that would be good to have. So these are the swatches. It's a pretty palette. I'm going to take a bit fluffy type of blending brush, and I'm going to go into this shade right here, dust it off, and I'm going to start a little bit higher above my crease, starting heavier on the outer end and then sweep it in to the inner corner. Okay, so do the other side too. Okay, so got started with that. I'm gonna take a bit of a pinched blending brush, and I'm gonna go into this shade, and I'm gonna put that right in the crease right there. I'm gonna bring it around to the outer edge. Okay, now I'm gonna go into this beautiful orangey sunset looking shade that looks like the rays of sun as it dips in the horizon. That looks like almost in the ocean. So I'm gonna put it right next to, ooh, very pigmented. I'm using the Sonia G Builder Pro because it's like a finger basically. It's great for depositing shimmer shades like this. Just gonna do it kind of like on the outer edge only, and then same here on this side, because I want this other beautiful shimmer shade to be in the inner half. Ooh, that is definitely a sunset. Look, it looks like tequila sunrise. Okay, I'm gonna wipe the brush now and go into this shade right here, this beautiful, gorgeous shimmer shade right there. And I'm going to put that on the center lid. Ooh, very much a sunset look. Yeah, definitely, I would say a sunset eye look. Very pretty. Not usually a fan of hugely warm eye looks like this, but this summer, I mean, the mood for it. I don't know if you guys have noticed the Dior collection. By the way, the Dior summer collection review is coming up next, and the Tom Ford after Dior. So that's coming up. Stay tuned for that. Every makeup brand this year, the theme is sunset, golden hour, you know, very peachy, orangey, bright, kind of sun ray looking colors. You know, it's very much a sunset, sunrise kind of theme to all the makeup this summer. You know, peachy, coral, orangey, peach, yellow, orange, gold, bronze. Those are the color stories this summer. Very much like suntan look, the sun-kissed bronze goddess kind of makeup looks this year. And this is in keeping with that whole theme, as you guys can see. So there you have it. I'm going to go into this shade right there, put that in the very inner part of the eye. So it's almost kind of like a two-tonal gradient kind of look. So I'm going to kind of highlight that entire inner crescent there with that shape. So it's kind of like not a halo, but it almost like a halo-ish look instead of highlighting the inner corner. Do you get what I mean? So it actually looks like a sun. So essentially when the sun dips in the ocean, in the horizon, you see the sun like this and all the colors around it. So that half moon kind of thing going on. There you go. And now I'm going to take another brush, a flat definer, And I'm gonna take this shade right here. I'm gonna put that under the brow bridge. And take that and actually put it right on the inner corner just a little bit, just to pop the very inner corner only. I'm not gonna disturb this work we did here, but rather just the inner corner, the tear duct area. And I did it on the lower lash line there too, at the beginning of the lower lash line. All right, now I'm gonna go to the lower lash line. I'm taking a flat definer brush. And I'm gonna go into the darker shade in the palette. Then I'm gonna go on the outer end, outer corner, tightly under the lower lash line, or on the lower lash line, I mean. Deposit that color. Now I'm gonna take a pencil brush, go into this shade, right there, and then blend it down. There you go. So that is the eye look. Okay, so this is not part of the Les Beiges collection this year, but this is a Chanel Brown kohl pencil eyeliner. I think it's gel. I'm going to go ahead and line my upper lid lash line with this. Just a little bit of, I'm not going to do a wing line with this look at all. Just a little bit of a smudged look I'm going to do. A baby, maybe perhaps a tiny baby wing is all. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do for an eyeliner, okay? Same on the other eye. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to probably do the waterline with it as well. Just on the outer corner, really. I'm not going to bring it all the way to the inside. Okay, so that is it. That's the eye look. I'm going to go ahead and put my Le Volume mascara. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with the mascara on. So this is the eye look. What do you guys think? All right, so let's dip into the most exciting part of this collection, if you ask me. So let's dip into the most exciting part of this collection, if you ask me. The blush and highlighter duos. So here are the blush and highlighter duos. So one of them is called, well, these are the Les Beiges Healthy Glow, Healthy Golden Glow powders. And one is called Eclat Douceur. And the other one is called Soleil Cochon. So let's see. I'm gonna put one set over here on one cheek and the other one on the other cheek. Now let me show you something. Wow, isn't that gorgeous? This velvet protector with that sunset kind of, do you see how it's meant to be that sort of sunset type of look, this collection? So it's reflected here in this new CC logo. Beautiful. So here it is, one of them. This one is the Eclat Douceur. This one is the pink and sort of champagne type of, you know, highlighter there. It's still a little bit darker than I expected. I know this is the only palette. I heard that people with lighter skin, they were saying that the other duo was too dark for them. So let's find out. So here are some swatches. Let me show you the swatches. So that is what it looks like. The pink one is quite light on my skin, honestly. So I'm gonna assume that it's going to be just perfect on fair skin. Let me take a brush. We'll go one side on pink, the other side will be the other duo. The other duo is a little bit more golden sunset looking than this. So let's do pink on this side. Now, first off, I want to tell you that this blush is really glowy. It actually almost has like built-in, almost like I don't want to say shimmer, a sheen that's almost like a built-in highlighter, kind of. Do you see that glow right there? This is meant to be super glowy. again, to give you that golden sunset or bronze goddess type of look that's really glowy for the summertime. To be honest, I love this type of glowy blushes, especially for summertime. They're really awesome. Oh, it's so pretty. That is pretty. And I can tell you, this is just barely good for my skin tone. So if you are deeper skinned complexion than me, this will not work for you. I'm probably the last like shade of dark that this would work on. If you are darker than me, this will not quite work on you. It does show up on me, and I love how it looks on me. Beautiful, very glowy, gorgeous, absolutely stunning. These are very, like, did you guys see how many times I dipped into the palette here? They are very foolproof and user-friendly. So they are created in a way that you never overdo your blushes. Now that's the case with all Chanel makeup. They're designed not for makeup artists, but for everyday people. They're designed so that you will never overdo your makeup and look like a clown. Chanel already has this built-in mechanism in their formulas where you are not allowed to overdo your makeup. Okay, so I love that about Chanel makeup. So see, I had to go several times and build it up. There's no way you will go and be like, you know, like you're not gonna deposit too much color. So I really love and appreciate that about Chanel makeup. And here is the highlighter. Comparatively speaking, next to the blush, the highlighter looks darker. It's almost like a golden champagne. It's almost like the highlighter was a mismatch to the shade of light that light pink that the blush is. But actually, no, see, now that it's going on my skin, it's actually quite light, quite light. I'm actually probably gonna go back and highlight my brow bone with this highlighter so that it's even lighter than the color that was available in the eyeshadow quad. Isn't that gorgeous? That is beautiful. And the other thing I love about Chanel highlighters, blushes, everything, it doesn't tend to emphasize skin texture. It doesn't emphasize skin texture. It's very friendly and very smoothing. So I love that. You know, this is why we pay the big bucks for Chanel makeup. Although Chanel makeup isn't all that much more expensive than what's available at Sephora, some of those new brands that tend to have no history, no experience, no proprietary anything, but they still get to charge you the same amount. Chanel is a heritage brand, you know, so they know what they're doing. They have their own labs. So this is beautiful, beautiful. So let's dip into the other one right here. This duo is Soleil Couchant. This one again has the beautiful sunset sleeve. I was looking for the word earlier, it wasn't coming to my mind. And this is my favorite. Look at that. Oh my goodness, that is just, it's screaming my name, because this blush color right here is gonna be gorgeous on my complexion. Look at that. And this is in keeping with the entire orangey sunset coral peachy color theme we've got going on this summer. So let me swatch it here and show you. And here is the other duo. So I'll put it like that. Should have swatched them next to each other, but do you see what I mean? This is just really screaming my name. Now when I'm done showing you guys, I'm going to actually wipe this off and put that duo on the other cheek as well. I'm gonna go in with a different brush. I'm gonna pick it up right here, and then I'm gonna, oh, that is so pretty. That shade is perfect for my complexion. It's almost like made for my tan skin. Now if you are my complexion, you know, medium tan to deeper, this will be your shade. But in particular, medium tan skin tones, this will be really beautiful on. So if you're darker than me or my complexion, this will be great. But especially people who are tan, this will be really beautiful on. And I gotta tell you though, this will work on fair skin as well. Honestly, there's no need to be afraid of colorful blushes or darker colors if you have fair skin, if you know how to blend it and it can sometimes look really nice on anybody. This highlighter is definitely quite dark. I'm actually kind of worried that it might be dark for even me. We'll see. Even though I have noticed that it looks darker in the palette than it does on the face. So hopefully that's the case. Oh, actually it's just as dark on the face as it is in the palette. So this is just borderline too dark for me. I can make it work, especially in, now it looks lighter in the camera. I'm looking in the viewfinder, I can see that to you guys it looks lighter than it actually is. It's actually pretty much exactly this color on my skin. But when I go tanner in summertime, this will be even, it'll pop even more. No, that works, this definitely works on my complexion. So here's the pink side, and here's the kind of, I wouldn't call it red, but it's more like a mix of sunset colors, like slight bit of red, a little bit of orange, a little bit of peach, a little bit of golden, kind of like a mix there. Very pretty. I knew when I saw the previews, I wanted this for sure. And this is really pretty too, but not quite with this sunset look I've got going on, this eyeshadow palette. This is what suits the eyeshadow palette more than this. So now I'm gonna do this side. Now that I've shown you both duos, I'm gonna wipe this off, put this shade on this side, two on this side as well, and I'll be right back. Okay, I put the same shades on the other side, so they're both the same now. Very pretty. I will say again, this blush also has that sheen, that glow. They're both very glowy blushes. What do you guys think? It's super pretty on my complexion. This duo, what is this called? The Soleil Cochon. That is gorgeous on me. So I put on the powder blushes without realizing that I needed to try the cream blushes. So I'm gonna now have to wipe these off and try the cream sticks, the blush sticks. Okay, I'm back with the blushes wiped off, and here are the two cream blush sticks. So these are called Les Beiges Healthy Glow Sheer Color Stick. Okay, so they're sheer cream blushes. So let's try. One is Refresh, the other is Reset. Refresh and Reset. It's actually very much a resort summer vacation vibes, this collection, which always the Les Beiges collection. So this is Refresh, the pinky one. This is gorgeous. So let me do a close-up there. This, I don't know if you guys can see, but this blush actually has a slight, I wouldn't call it shimmer, but there is a slight bit of a sheen there. You can't really quite see it very easily, but I'm telling you it's there. So I'm going to actually, I know you're supposed to warm up the product and everything on the back of your hands, but I don't see that much of a difference in warming up the product, to be quite honest. Sometimes I just put a dot on it just like that and then blend it out. I don't see that much of a difference in warming up, but I did, there you go. I did warm it up a little bit. I'm gonna use my finger with this product because when it comes to this type of product, fingers tend to be the best, your friend, okay? So I'm gonna do the pink again on this side, and I'm gonna save the other color, which is very orangey, almost corally. I would say more like bright orangey coral. The other shade, oh my gosh, that is pretty. Absolutely stunning, gorgeous. Do you see that? Okay, let me swatch it here just for the sake of it. I'll swatch on the skin here because I only did it on my palm. So that's what it looks like. It's very pretty. I think this will work on fair and darker complexions as well. It'll work on very fair to actually pretty tan, maybe deep skin as well. I really do. I think this will work. And then the other one is, that was Refresh, and this is Reset. This one is an orangey one. Now this, most people this won't be most people's cup of tea. Now this one has that same shimmer or sheen, but a little bit more prominent because of the shade. Not that there are two different finishes. I've seen some reviews that said that this has a different finish. It actually does, and all it is that it shows more on this shade than it does on the other shade. That's the only difference. It just shows more. And here I'll put it on my palm as well. So they're both the same finish, you guys, okay? There's a bit of like a, I wouldn't say glitter specks, but there's like a bit of a sparkle in both. Very subtle. Oh, actually that turns, it's not quite orange on my complexion. It's rather turning kind of a tannish look, like a sun-kissed look. That's awesome. Wow, it's not orange like it looks in, like the stick looks pretty orange, you guys, but when you put it on your skin, especially if you have tan skin like me, I feel like it's gonna turn more sun-kissed, sunset type of look than you would expect. So here's Reset, this is Refresh, okay? Beautiful. So now I'm going to show you something else here. I'm going to try and apply blush and highlighter duos on top of it and see what it looks like, okay? Because that's most likely what I'm going to do. I'll be wearing them separate as well, but I'll also be wearing them together like this. So I'm gonna put this duo, the darker, more tan duo, on the more sunset side of the cheeks here. This is called Soleil Cochon. So this one I'm gonna put on the orange side or the Reset side of my cheeks on top. I like to layer my cream and powder blushes, so I'm gonna do that here also. Now it's getting a little too pigmented because I've been putting on several products. That's okay. I'm gonna go and tame it down with my powder by buffing my face at the end. So I'm gonna go back with the highlighter on that side. Okay, so that's what it looks like on top of each other, okay? And now let me try the other duo on the other side. Let's try this one on the other side. Here is the powder on top of the cream blush. Beautiful. Actually, they work really well together, perfectly well. All right. Now the highlighter. So I'm making sure not to mix my brushes that I used for each side with each color. So there you go. So that's what they look like on layered together. The cream stick blush with the duos, the powder duos. The powders, I gotta say, Chanel powders never feel like powders. They are so sophisticated and so beautiful and like sheer enough that it just finishes beautifully like this. Do you see that? So here is the, let me completely block out the other side. Here is the side with all the sunset colors. Here is the side with the sunset eyes, but with the pinky blushes. They both go with the sunset eyes, I should say, but this side complements, these cheek products complement that eye look more. Here you go. So here's the one side and here's the other side, okay? All right, you guys, now for the part that's even more exciting, my absolute favorite, well, one of my 3 absolute favorite Chanel lipstick formulas. All the lipsticks in this Les Beiges collection are Rouge Coco Flash, which I adore. I also love Rouge Coco Baume and I love Rouge Coco Bloom. I love those 3 formulations or those 3 formulas from Chanel so much. Okay, that's all that's left. Well, there's the nail polish. Mustn't forget the nail polish. There were 4 shades in this collection, 4 Rouge Coco Flash lipsticks in this collection, and I bought 3 of them. The one I didn't buy was the really sheer light, almost golden shade. I didn't buy it because the collection right before this, what was it, the spring summer collection, had also a Rouge Coco Flash formula, and one of them was very close to the shade I didn't buy from this collection. very much like that golden, almost sheer shade. So I didn't buy that because it's too close to the shade that I already have from the last collection before this. So, okay, so Rouge Coco Flash, I have 268 Late Sun, 264 Sunset, and 266 Sun Kiss. This is Late Sun right here. This is a very kind of a dark shade, so I want to end up with this shade, so I'm gonna save that for last. And then this one is Sunset, which is, I think, the red, beautiful red shade in this collection right here. No, actually, this isn't the red shade. This is the orangey peach shade. So this is that one. And this is Sun Kiss. Now, this is the beautiful red shade in this collection, which I love. A good red lip that is bright like that. I wouldn't say it's quite red. It's kind of like a interesting color. It's like a mix of red, peach, orange, all that mixed up, but it looks like a red shade. Okay, so let's go with the lightest shade first. So this is 264, the lightest shade, that peachy kind of shade here. Just got lipstick on my shirt here, you guys. Oh, so annoying. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let me line my lips with a nude liner. Although red would be kind of like a peachy shade would be better, but I just want to do nude so it could go with every other color that I'm putting on. This is a Chanel lip liner, obviously. It's a nudie shade. Let me kind of slightly, I wiped off the balm that I had. All right. Okay, actually, before I try, let me do swatches. So here they are swatched. This is Sunset, Sun Kiss, and Late Sun. Okay, so let's start with the Sunset. Oh, it's beautiful. Ooh, that looks gorgeous. Ooh. Very pretty. So this is Sunset. It really complements this eye look and this whole sunset look. Beautiful. Gorgeous midsummer, even spring. Beautiful sunny day makeup look, okay? For your summer vacation. I'm gonna wipe this off and we'll try the next shade. So the next shade is Sun Kiss, which is kind of reddish, bright sunny color. Has a bit of a strawberry undertone. I love how the Coco Flash formula is kind of translucent in a way, kind of sheer, but gorgeous. Ooh, that's pretty. Even though it looks really dark here, because of the Coco Flash formula, goes on pretty light. It's beautiful. And again, it complements this eye look as well. So pretty. All right, let's wipe this off and try the last color, the last shade, which is Late Sun. So let's try the last shade of the collection. This is Late Sun. This is what I'm really excited about. Ooh, yeah, baby. This is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. It's got a nice like shimmer in it. This is the only one, I think, out of the three that has a shimmer, or does this one have it as well? I'll do the swatches here in a little bit and examine it closely. Oh my god. That is so pretty. That's what I'm gonna keep on my lips with this eyeshadow look, with this whole sunset look. That's the one I want to keep on my face right now. Very pretty. All right, you guys, that's it. So that's the entire Les Beiges collection this summer. Now I'm going to put a little bronzer on. This is not part of the Les Beiges collection this summer, but I didn't want to do bronzer until I did all the other colors. Actually, now that I think about it, I need to even out both sides. So let me do that as well after I put the bronzer on. I'm gonna go back and put the opposite shades on this side and the other shades on this side. So this is the sunset side. I'm gonna put the pinky ones on this side, and this is the pinky side, and I'm gonna put the sunset stuff. So it'll all even out at the end. Okay, there you go. That is what it looks like. It's gorgeous, don't you think? Beautiful. I'm wearing a lemon colored beautiful outfit today. Got a little lipstick on it a little bit ago. Now I have to try and get it out. So let me get my hairband off here. Now before I give you my final thoughts, I need to show you the nail polish I got from the collection. This is one of the 2 nail polishes that came with this collection. This one is 367 incandescent. Okay, so this is this gorgeous, beautiful, bright orangey red. I wouldn't say orangey, it's more red than orange. And the other color was a golden shimmery shade that's very translucent, kind of not so opaque, which you could use as a top coat, but I have one like that already from a previous Chanel collection, so I didn't get that one. This one, on the other hand, is this beautiful orangey red that I am so interested in, like so thrilled about. Not wearing that nail polish on my fingers in this video, but I will insert a clip right here of the daylight application of this gorgeous nail polish. As you can see, it goes on so beautifully and looks so feminine on the fingernails. Absolutely stunning in my opinion. Now I love the Chanel nail polish quality. I have so many of them. They kind of, when they go on your nails, they're long lasting too if you use a good top coat especially. They have this sort of like, it's not even jelly, but almost like this really beautiful finish. It's hard to describe. Beautiful finish. It looks really gorgeous in the finish that they have. I just love Chanel nail polishes actually very much. So what are my final thoughts, you guys? I gotta tell you, I do love this eyeshadow palette. It's beautiful, very much a gorgeous, not overdone sunset eye look. Not usually a fan of warm color stories like that, but I really love it. I don't need to speak to the Chanel eyeshadow formula or the quality. You guys already know they're very good. And these blush and highlighter duos are to die for. I just love how these Chanel blush formula and the highlighter formulas, they are just so user-friendly. You cannot overdo them. They are buildable and just not powdery at all. They are almost like this magical formula that's not a powder, not a cream. It's like out of this world. These must be baked formulas. So they have that very kissed on kind of look, you know, the colors kissed onto your cheeks. It's that non-powdery, non-creamy, baked kind of formula where it doesn't feel like a powder. Absolutely gorgeous, adore them. The highlighters look darker in the pan than they do on the skin. Then we have these cream blush sticks. These are absolutely divine. Love both shades, I adore them. Now this one may not be everybody's cup of tea, but when I put it on my cheeks, it does not look as orangey as it does in the stick. Now I can't speak for fair skin because on my skin, because it's tan, maybe possibly, when this goes on, it actually looks tan-ish, terracotta rather than bright orange. Now, I don't know if it'll be the same on fair skin, but I doubt that it'll be like orange. You know what I mean? It must have like a pH type of technology. I don't know. And this pink shade is absolutely divine as well. Love the formula. It's sheer, but not too sheer, not too creamy, not too emollient, but very blendable. Magic. And of course, these gorgeous lipsticks. These gorgeous lipsticks, these 3 shades are to die for. I gotta say, I don't have shades similar to these in my collection. even in my Rouge Coco Flash collection or any other really. They're very kind of unique, beautiful sunset type of makeup vibes, you know. I just adore them, and they are not going to be repetitive or redundant in my collection. And I adore the Coco Flash formula, Coco Bloom and Coco Balm too, but you know, absolutely love it. It has like this sheer quality. It makes your lips look juicy and plump and oh, out of this world, beautiful. 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. I wish I had more of a critique. I mean, everybody's taste is different. Like if you are fair skinned, maybe you are not a huge fan of these sunset type of color stories. I don't know. It really matches and suits my kind of tannish complexion. So I think this color story complement medium skin tones, like medium to tan. If you're very fair or if you're very dark, this may not work out for you. I think the middle range of people from medium fair to medium dark or medium tan kind of complexions, medium tan to tan complexions, that range, this will be gorgeous on. In fact, I think this collection could look great on any skin tone. It's just that I know that very fair skin toned friends of mine, my lovelies, they don't particularly care for some of these really bright or orangey coral type of shades or sunset shades, but I am telling you, give it a try. Now, boutiques should have testers. I would go in the boutique and try them on, you guys. Try them on, and when they are available in Nordstrom and, you know, department stores in particular, you can go, it's even easier to go try them on. I would say before you rule it out saying that it's not gonna go with my complexion because I'm too fair or I'm too dark, I say try them on, okay? Because you never know. I feel like they have some kind of a pH technology where it kind of adapts to your skin tone. I'm kind of certain that it has some sort of adjusting quality, because that very orangey blush when it went on my skin, don't know if it's because I'm tan or it's meant to adjust to not look so orangey. I don't know, it could be both, okay? So it looks amazing, beautiful on my skin. I absolutely love it. Pardon my hair, I always have hair issues these days. Won't do what I want it to do. Beautiful makeup look in my opinion. Very much looking forward to this whole bronze goddess, tan skin, sun-kissed skin type of coral, sunset, peach, orangey, bright, reddish kind of color stories that are the theme of this summer. All right, you guys, so that's my opinion. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Are you very fair skin, very dark skin, or are you medium? Just let me know, have you tried? I would love to hear if you're very fair or very dark or medium or whatever your skin tone is. I'd like to know your experience with this collection. Did you try it on and you found out that it actually looks great on you even though you're very fair? You thought it wouldn't, but it looks amazing on you. Or, you know, the other way around. Just like let me know, because I'm very curious, because it looks amazing on me, okay? Very interested in finding out what you guys think. All right, you guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you doing? Please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It really helps me grow my community here. This channel can't really go any further and do more content. I'm not going to continue to create content for a channel that's not growing to a point where it's worth my time and energy, you know what I mean? So I really need to get to a 5,000 subscribers or more here soon. I'm going to give it a certain amount of time to see if this channel grows. So if you are one of those people who thinks, oh yeah, I don't need to do it, you know, she'll have other people. think. If everybody thinks like that, then nobody can grow. So please go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more content from me. Believe it or not, it takes a lot of time to make videos for your entertainment. So I would really appreciate your support. Also, follow me on Instagram and Schmick. I can't say the name of it. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. And hop on over to my other fragrance channel, Salon Cleo, where I just reviewed the full review of the latest Chanel fragrance, Chanel Chance Eau Splendide, the latest in the Chance line, latest flanker. All right, you guys, I will see you in my next video.